My people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and Grenadines, Spirit of the Most Hated Son. The Caucasians have set up their people. They were there all morning waiting for me to start my video about, and they have two junkie, there they are, right there. So when I start, they're going to start to do their methamphetamine to try to throw me off. But so my people, you see what I have to deal with. The first group of people that you saw, there are a group of Caucasians there who are waiting for me to start, to pass here, to see if I will halt what I'm saying, if I'm speaking about them at the time. Because they want to try to instill fear in me. And the other two on the side, they are two drunkies, meth addicts. So when I start doing my thing, if you hear me missing words and so on, or calling wrong text, it means that they start to smoke their mat. And when they smoke their mat, a big puff of smoke will come up in the air and come over here and get me all high. That is what I have to deal with. You know what I mean? This is how they operate. They're all about trying to cause confusion. And when the confusion ain't work, they try to cause fear. And when the fear don't work, they try some other thing. But my people, our topic today is Christianity is only for the Caucasians. Christianity is only for the Caucasians. My people, let us approach the throne of the Most High. And let us thank the Most High for this opportunity where we can come and speak His words to His people. Our Father who art in heaven, holy, righteous, perfect, and awesome are you, and so is your name. Most High, as I come to you today to speak to your holy people, Father, I am going to make some requests of you. I will make these requests of no one else but of you, because there is no one else who is able to fulfill or to satisfy these requests that I am about to make here. Father, first request I ask that you'll send your Holy Spirit directly close to me. So your Holy Spirit can warn off all who will try to use demonic and other forces to put words in my mouth that are not in my vocabulary. Who will try to cause me to stumble over words I am familiar with. Who will try to use demonic and other forces to interfere with my thoughts, to interfere with my mind, to interfere with my memory. My Yahweh, I ask that you will send your holy angels right around this place to guard and to protect this place, to set up a hedge of protection around this place that will protect me even from minor inconveniences. Father Yahweh, I ask for all of these blessings in the name of your only begotten Son, the great Redeemer, the Sovereign Prince Yahweh, I say, let it all be done. My people, today's topic is Christianity is only for the Caucasians. And let us start today's discussion by reading John chapter 8 verse 44. John chapter 8 verse 44, as we did for the past 3 days. You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He is a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth, for the truth is not in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. In order for us to properly understand what is happening in this text, I will go over it again just in case someone is seeing this video for the first time and have not seen the other video that passed, is Yahweh, the Son of the Most High, was speaking. Yahweh, the Son of the Most High, aka Jesus Christ, was speaking to the Jews, and we learned from previous lessons that the Jews are Caucasians. We also remember that one point in time in Earth's history, we all thought that the Israelites and the Jews were one and the same, and we all thought that they were all Caucasians. But we get to learn that the Israelites are not Caucasians, but we are the direct descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Israelites is a group of black people. We learn that the Bible was written by our foreparents, and it was an account of their experience dealing with the God who have chosen them to be his peculiar people. We also learn that the Caucasians are the direct descendants of Lucifer, meaning that in Matthew chapter 25, it speaks about Rebecca getting pregnant. And when Rebecca became pregnant, Lucifer planted a seed in Rebecca's womb. He planted a seed in Rebecca's womb to abort the plans of the Most High. You remember the Most High made a covenant with Abraham. He said that I will always be your God and the gods of your people, and they will always be my people. He also made a covenant with Abraham and said, I will make your descendants as the sand of the sea and as the stars of the skies. If you can number them, which you can't, then no one will be able to number your descendants. But the plan that was of real importance to man, fallen man, and to the demonic world was the fact that the Most High said to Abraham, through your seeds, every nation or every family on the earth will be blessed. Meaning, your blessings, your seed is going to be a blessing to every nation. My people, the Most High, like his son, is the master of language. In this, there are several messages that are literal. It means that at one point in time in Earth's history, the Israelites is going to rule the world, and we are going to bless every nation, meaning we're going to bring peace on this earth in preparation for the coronation of Yahweh, the Son of the Most High, the one who you call Jesus. Another message in this part of the covenant that the Most High made with Abraham is that through your seed, every nation will be blessed, meaning that the Redeemer of lost man is going to be born out of your lineage. That is when Yahweh, the Son of God, the one who you call Jesus Christ, was born to redeem the man from sins. So the devil knew all of this. And what he tried to do, he tried to abort the Most High plans for the Redeemer to come into the world. Remember, the Most High take the blessings from Abraham and put it on his son Isaac, because Abraham had another son, and by rights Abraham was unable to bless Isaac, because the blessings must go to the firstborn son. The Most High said Ishmael will not be the higher, but I will give you a son of your own. So Abraham could not have blessed Isaac because he was limited in his capacity to bless the second-born son while he had a son before Isaac. Hence the Most High take the blessings off of Abraham and he put it on Isaac himself. It was Lucifer's intent to abort the plans of the Most High for the Redeemer by putting Esau into the womb of Isaac's wife Rebekah, having Isaac believe that this demon child was his son, and in ensuring that Esau was born first, Esau was entitled to the blessings from Isaac. Poor old Isaac did not know that Esau was not his son. Esau was a traitor. He was a double agent, one who pretending to be something that he wasn't, while he is working for another master. My people, the plan failed. So, because Lucifer planted his seed in Rebekah, and because they matured together in the womb and they came out of the womb in the same manner, Rebekah knew that Esau was not her son. Esau was not her husband's son, but she could not account for having him in her womb. Isaac, on the other hand, really thought that Esau was his son because he only had to go by what was available to him. His wife had twins, but these twins were as different as night is different from day. One had a smooth skin of a baby, while the other had adult hair growing on his body. One was red, the other was black. One looked like a baby, while the other looked like a mature adult. My people, Esau was red and hairy and looked like an adult. Jacob was black, smooth skin like a baby, and he looked like a child who just came out of the womb. My people, we have already concluded that Esau is the seed of Lucifer. In Matthew chapter 13, in the parable of the wheat and the tares, the Son of the Most High, Yahushua, the one who existed in the presence of the Most High for eons and eons and eons, when he came to earth, he wanted to warn his people about the Romans that were now occupying their land as conqueror. So he gave them the parable of the wheat and the tares, and what he was saying to his people is the first prophecy that was outlined in Genesis chapter 3 have already come to pass. And he explained to them by giving them the parable of the wheat and the tares as to how this prophecy came to pass. He said the devil planted a seed in the field, and the field represents the world. He planted the seed in the field, and the field represents the world. The field was planted by the good man who planted wheat in the field. Look at this. Isaac, the good man, planted his good seed in his wife Rebekah. Unknowing to Isaac, Lucifer came by and he planted his seed, Esau, into Rebekah's womb. Then Yahweh says, the wheat and the tare, he who is productive and he who is destructive, must go together until the day of harvest. Esau and Jacob were supposed to exist in Rebekah's womb until she gave birth to them. until the day of harvest. My people, here we see here, the prophecy was given in Genesis chapter 3. The prophecy came to pass in Genesis chapter 25. In Matthew chapter 13, the Most High informed the people of the coming to pass of the first prophecy, and he explained to them in a parable how this prophecy was fulfilled. You go to Revelation chapter 13, and in Revelation chapter 13 it says that the dragon, the devil, which is qualified in Revelation chapter 12 verse 9, gave his power to the great beast. He gave his seat to the great beast, and he gave his great authority to the great beast. In Revelation chapter 13 verse 2, it speaks about a beast that came out of the sea. And from our previous studies, we understand that a beast in prophecy means a nation. Right? And a nation in prophecy carries the same meaning as the original word nation. A group of people who have the same ancestry, the same history, the same culture, the same language. We also discover that the Caucasus nation, the Caucasian nation, group, all of them, whether France, French, Germany, England, they are all one nation. The Indians and the Pakistanis, they are all one nation. The Tibetans, the Chinese, the Japanese, and all of these Asian people, they are all one nation. The Africans, no matter they have many countries in Africa, they are all one nation because they are a group of people with a common ancestry. So we have discovered that the beast of Revelation chapter 13 verse 2 is the Caucasian community, the Caucasian nation. And we see here, the devil gave the Caucasian nation his power, his seat, and his great authority. We discussed this, and we learned that the power of the devil, we learned that the seat of the devil, according to Yahweh, the Son of the Most High, the one who you call Jesus, the seat of the devil is he is ruler of the earth. So when the Most High Son said that, it is true because he was there even before Lucifer was created. So Lucifer is the ruler of the earth. Therefore, the seat that was given to the Caucasian community is to be ruler of the earth. That was gifted to them by their father, the devil. The power is the ruler of the earth have control of all of the resources of the earth. That is the power. If you go about, you'll see that the Caucasians control all the resources in Africa, in India, in China, in Japan, in the Arab nation. They dictate to every other nation as to what they must do, when they must do it, and how they must do it. All of Europe, the United States, and Canada. And he gave them his great authority. His great authority is the devil is the only one who have control over the demonic world. He controlled the devils, the fallen angels. He controlled the demons. He controls the evil spirits. So what he did, he gave his authority over the demonic world to his children, the Caucasians. My people. So we see here, first, the devil before we do that, let me qualify who are the Edomites. Let me qualify that the Edomites and the Caucasians is one and the same. Now, we see all of the things that is happening here and the association with the devil and the Caucasians. The brotherhood, the father-son relationship. Right? In Malachi chapter 1 verse 2 to 4, the Most High, the Creator God says, I love Jacob and I hate Esau. I will call Esau a border of wickedness. And he declared that he will hate the Edomites forever. He will hate the descendants of Esau forever. So this is qualification that what I've just said here is truth, because the only time the Most High declared hatred for anyone or anything is when he declared a hatred for Esau and for the Edomites. Most of us declared that the Most High is incapable of hating because we have never read this text. Or when we read this text, we just glance over it because it did not resonate with us what this text was saying. So we said the Most High is incapable of hating, but the Most High is telling you here through his prophet Malachi that I love Jacob and I hated Esau. I will call Esau a border of wickedness. And I will hate the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, forever. Now let us qualify from the publication of the Caucasians that the Edomites are the descendants, are the Caucasians of today. Let us qualify that the Edomites of Bible time and the Caucasians community of today are one and the same. And we're going to use the publications of the Caucasians to do this. In the Encyclopedia Britannica, or online version, the Britannica, it says there that the Roman King Herod, who ruled over Israel when Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ, was on earth, was an Edomite. He was an Edomite. The publication of the Jewish community, another sect of the Caucasians community, said in their publication that is called Chabad and the online chabad.org, in discussing 14 facts about Esau you should know. Fact number 12 says, Esau is the progenitor or the father of the Romans. My people, remember, Rome is just a city in Italy. Cities are an expansion to account for the people that is living in a particular place and for the management of resources. So if Rome is just a city in Italy, therefore, every Italians and Romans are brothers of the same father, Esau. And since they could identify one of the dukes of Esau, as was outlined in Genesis, I think it's chapter 30, as the progenitor of the Italians, then it only means that the other 11 dukes are responsible for making up the other nations in Europe. This is not me saying this. This is the information that came from the publication of the Caucasians, not from Alan, not from Chief Strongblood. My people. So we learn all of these things about the Caucasians. Since the Most High declared that he will hate the Caucasians, and he will hate the Caucasians forever, it means that anything the Caucasians are involved in, no man No other nation on the earth should ever participate in it, because they'll be going in direct contravention of the words of the Most High. My people, in 2 Kings chapter 17, a part of our history is outlined there. In 2 Kings chapter 17, we saw the Israelites became disobedient to the Most High, and the Most High have given them opportunity after opportunity to come back to Him, and they bluntly refused to go back to Him because they felt better worshiping idols than to give in the worship to the Most High, who delivered their foreparents out of Egypt. The Most High caused them to go into slavery. The Assyrian took them into slavery and take them back to Assyria. The Assyria decided that we are not going to leave Samaria unoccupied. So they sent Babylonians and other Assyrians to occupy Samaria. All of the cities of Samaria were occupied. My people, let us pick this up at 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 25. And so, at the beginning of their dwelling there, they fear not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which killed some of them. Now they went into Samaria and the cities of Samaria, with no regards for the Most High, who have already ordained that city for His people. They went in there and they were doing foolishness with us, worshipping their own gods. So the Most High sent lions, and the lions started devouring them. They went back to the king of Samaria and said, listen to me, we cannot live there. Lions are killing us. We do not understand the God of the land. Let us go down to 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 28. Then one of the priests whom they carried away from Samaria came and dwelt in Bethel and taught them how to fear the Lord. So one of the priests came back and teach them how to fear the Lord. 29. And the nation makes God of their own, and put them in their high places, which is in Samaria, and every nation in their own cities within wherein they dwell. So here we see one of the priests went back and they taught them how to fear the Most High. So what they did, they set up a system in Samaria where they had a priest who was offering sacrifices and so on unto the Most High. But in their own cities, they had their own gods, and they were worshipping their own gods. And when that happened, when they realized that when they show that they fear the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth, even if they worship their own God, He didn't worry them, He didn't bother them, because the Most High was not really interested in their worship. He was interested in the worship of the people who He declared He will love forever. The people who say, I will always be their God, and they will always be my people. The Israelites worshippers whom the Most High was interested in. So now we see here, my people, when the other nation appeased the Most High, He took away the danger from them that endangered their life, and allowed them to live in Samaria without having to confront the dangers. My people, I've been saying this in Deuteronomy chapter 30. I think it's verse 8. It says, the curses are for our enemies, those people who hate us and persecute us. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 60, it says, our enemies are those who bought us or offered us for sale, or to whom we were offered for sale as bondmen and bondwomen. The only person to whom we were offered for sale were the Caucasians. The only person who bought us as bondmen and bondwomen were the Caucasians. So, the plagues that we are now experiencing are for the Caucasus community. So now that we have covered all that, my people, remember the Most High says that I will hate the Edomites and I will hate the Edomites forever. My people, all the Edomites have to do is to appease the Most High. That's all. Show him that they acknowledge him as supreme God over all God. And they can go about and worship the devil and do anything they want to. Most High don't have anything to do with them. They are not his people. They are not his creation. They were just allowed to come here so that they can whip the Israelites back into shape, because the Most High knew everything. So my people, Christianity is a religion that was established by Rome to appease the Most High. Just to appease him. They were just doing the minimum to appease the Most High. The Most High do not want to be appeased by the Israelites. The Most High want full, unadulterated service from the Israelites. My people, if you notice, they have expanded their churches into every Israelite community. And Israelites flock to their churches to worship the God of creation. But they are not worshiping him in the manner in which he requests them to worship him. He wants our total devotion. The Christian church teaches the Israelites only how to appease the Most High. Once the Israelites appease the Most High, they are going to experience the curses, because to whom much is given, much is required. The Most High have made us gods. So the Most High expects those who he puts on a level just below him must give him honor, glory, adoration, and worship from their hearts of love. So when you go to the Caucasian church, the Baptist church, the Pentecostals, let's just go to them. My people, the Most High said, he will hate the Edomites, and he will hate the Edomites forever. So the question you have to ask yourself, does the Most High hate for the Edomites exist today? If the Most High says forever, he means forever. When the Most High says forever, he means forever. All the Israelites who are Baptists and Baptist minister, remember, the Baptist church was started by a Caucasian man. His name is John Smith. It was a purely Caucasian church when it began. The doctrine, the teachings, and the beliefs of the Baptist church are those of the Caucasians, which is meant just to appease the Most High. That is why they refuse to keep his Sabbath. So when Israelites claim to be Baptists and worship the Most High as the Baptist worship, all they are doing is appeasing the Most High. That is why they cannot get rich. That is why they are always ill and sick. That is why they are having problems with their children. That is why anything they put their hands to fail, because they are only appeasing the Most High when they are required to give the Most High their 100% devotion. The Pentecostal church was started by one Charles Pritchard, a Caucasian. The Mormons church was started by John Smith, a Caucasian. The Jehovah's Witness was started by Charles T. Russell, a Caucasian. John Wesley started the Methodist Church, another Caucasian. The Seventh-day Adventist Church was started by William Miller, and then it was taken over by Ellen and James White, 3 Caucasians. The Anglican Church was started by King Henry VIII, another Caucasian. My people, all of these churches are designed to appease the Most High. And if they can get the Israelites not to give the Most High the kind of praise, worship, and honor that he deserves and that he is expecting from the Israelites, they will always experience the cursing, illnesses, poverty, delinquent children, unfaithful spouses. You name it, incarceration, slavery, you name it, they will experience it. My people, how foolish can you be? Before you knew that you were the Israelites of the Bible, that your foreparents is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, before you knew that the Edomites of the Bible are the Caucasians of today, you might have gotten a buy. But if you notice, your ignorance did not forfeit your cousin, even though you were worshiping God the wrong way in ignorance. You still receive the cause. Guess why? Because the information is in the scriptures. So now that you know that you are the Israelites of the Bible, now that you know that the Caucasians are the Edomites of the Bible, and now that you know that the Most High say he hates the Edomites and he will hate the Edomites forever, are you still going to be going to these churches that was developed and formed, whose doctrine and teachings were developed and formed by the Caucasians? The only people I expect to continue in this trend are the reprobates, those Israelites who partook in homosexuality, bestiality, abortion. They were raped, and they kept their rape silence. And those leaders who intentionally caused the Most High people to go into apostasy because of mullah, because of money. They are the only people I expect to still worship in these Caucasians established churches, because it does not make sense. They come and now try to live faithful to the Most High because they have aborted the opportunity to be faithful to the Most High. Now the Most High see them as reprobates, as castaway, as people whose only value is to increase the fire of hell when they are thrown into hell. Because the word says that the flesh, the burning flesh, will be fuel for hellfire. My people, we cannot be so silly. We cannot be so daft and so dumb and so retarded that you who have never participated in homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, were raped and kept it quiet, or who was instrumental in leading Israelites, men and women, into apostasy. If you have not fallen into one of these categories, you are wasting your life away by worshiping as these Caucasian church worship. Why? Because the Most High expect the maximum from you. They are required to give the bare minimum. They are giving you the bare minimum. They are giving the Most High the bare minimum. And therefore, when you worship with them, you are shortchanging the Most High by giving him the bare minimum of your devotion, of your love, of your service, of your faithfulness. My people, you have to be wise. You have to be wise. Our salvation is valued too much. My people, when you consider that if you are faithful to the Most High as he is expecting us to be faithful to him, our reward at the end of the day is to be spent 1,000 years in the kingdom of the Most High and see the operation of the kingdom of the Most High, to review the records as it relates to our salvation. We are going to see things we never knew happen. We are going to see the dangers that we was rescued from. We are going to see the angel who rescued us and hear from those angels first-hand account of the battle they had to fight, in order to keep us safe. Listen, the spirit, the curtain that separated the spiritual world from the physical world is going to be unveiled before our eyes, and we are going to see these things playing out right before our very eyes. We are going to see the Most High, high and lifted up upon his throne. We are going to see what John the Revelator saw. 24 elders around the throne, the 4 beasts, the 7 candlestick, and a numberless throng of angels giving the Most High praise, honor, and glory. We are going to see Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, comes in the presence of his Father, riding on a cloud. My people, after 1,000 years of all of this splendor, beauty, and bliss, we are going to return to the earth with Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, and we are going to live on this earth forever and ever and ever under the protection of the Son of the Most High. My people, the beauty and the glory that will emanate from the Son of the Most High, our King, will be so bright that it will engulf the entire earth. And night, the concept of night and day, will be destroyed because there will never be another night. Every cave, every burrow, every hole, even the burrow that is made by a worm, will be lit through and through, because the brilliance that comes off from the Son of the Most High will be so bright that it will penetrate the hole of a worm. My people will walk on streets of gold on this earth, and the gold will appear like a crystal. Why? Because the beauty and the glory that emanates from the Son of the Most High will be so magnificent that it makes the solid gold appear to be translucent, like a crystal, where you can see through the crystal. My people, if you don't want that, if that's not good enough for you, you have an alternative. To burn in hell with fire and brimstone with the devil, his angels, and his people, and all the reprobates. My people, not one bird is going to burn in hell. Not a cat, a dog, a lion, not even a swine will be burned in hell. Just the devil, his angels, his people, and the reprobates. My people, you have an obligation to yourself. You have an obligation to your salvation to stop worshiping the Most High in the manner that these people worship Him, and start worshiping the Most High in spirit and in truth, keeping His Sabbath and honoring Him with our bodies and with our lives. It is only then we'll be able to secure a place in heaven for 1,000 years and a place on earth for eternity. People, I cannot picture living for eternity. Right now, in my state, I don't think I want to live for eternity. Eternity seems too long. Because right now, I'm not afraid of dying, right? I look forward to death. I look forward to death right at this stage of my life. Not that I want to die now, but I look forward to the time when I will die. Because I'm not afraid of dying. My people, so I cannot picture within my mind eyes what eternity, living for eternity, will be like. And I don't think I want to live for eternity. So, and that is just the ignorant flesh speaking, because I had no idea what bliss is all about. But I guess that when I experience bliss and the joy that comes with just existing in heaven for 1,000 years and coming back to earth and have that same environment on the earth, but this environment will be created by the Son of the Most High, then I will be happy to live for 1,000 years. But right now, in my fleshy body, I cannot see myself living forever. I don't want to live forever. I don't mind dying. There's some things I must accomplish before I die, but I'm not afraid of death. To my people, if you feel like talking to me, call me at any time. Send me a message through this forum and left a number, and I will get back to you so we can talk positively, not argue. If you need help understanding more, call me. If you disagree with something that I say and you want to set me straight or set the record straight, don't call. I am not going to argue with this, because the wisdom that I am sharing here is not my wisdom. This is the wisdom that came from the Most High God. Oh, great supremacy of the Most High. Father, I thank you for this opportunity where I can speak to your people once again. Most High, if I cause any confusion among anyone who will look at this video, whether it is live or on the rerun, let your Holy Spirit go with my words and lend clarity where I would have lent confusion. In Yahshua's name I say, let it be done. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo. Time to get ready for prayer.